The one thing that we don't want to happen is for me to have to sue each and every single one of you, which I will do. You can all individually be sued with no protection.
Did you seek indemnification?
No,
Our budget authorized you to spend money on legal.
no.
We did that without authorization.
Yeah. If you want to open up that can of worms, it's going to be a big mess for all of us. Okay. Moving on to the Del Castello lawsuit, there was a question about it. The lawsuit was tossed, but it came with a legal bill. So we actually have a decision to make. Right now, the bill stands with the law firm at about $8,300.
Your name,
Yeah,
but no one else is paying.
no.
So under the California Code of Civil Procedure, if you sue an officer of the association, the lawsuit is specifically against an officer. Now, we do have a provision for indemnification. There is no excuse for why you have not approached the committee to seek indemnification.
The one thing that we don't want to happen is for me to have to sue each and every single one of you, which I will do. First of all, I'll advise every single person on this committee to resign his or her position, because that means that you can all individually be sued with no protection. If you want to open up that can of worms, it's going to be a big mess for all of us. It is an unpleasant thing. It is detrimental to the committee.
I don't think it's pushing back. Right now, I'm kind of feeling threatened.
We're all
I'm
threatened.
not finished. This has sort of just kind of been pushed. None of us have really been made aware of much.
You didn't.
I'm liable either way.
Tell you right now, I'm not staying on this committee under these circumstances. Did you seek indemnification?
No.
This is very alarming to me.
In our budget bill earlier this year that authorized you to spend money on legal,
No.
we did that without authorization.
Yeah.
Did anyone say we're voting yes or no for the 2,500?
No.
Yeah.
I don't even know what the case is about.
Yeah.
You said you don't know what the case is about.
No, I'm just,
I just wonder how many people knew who the law firm was hired for and what it was hired for and on what grounds.
And who was going to pay? And where was it going to come from? Where was the money going to come from? Which fund?
We have the requirement as a committee to question of whether John Dennis was grossly negligent.
so I feel like things are being forced upon us and we're kind of being strong armed into certain votes.
Okay. We'll let the judge decide that.
I thought we had to do it.
The question has been called.
For you or for all of us?
The question was called. Motion on the table. All in favor of.
I don't understand the motion.
I don't
I
either.
don't either.
I feel like-
Whatever we do, I
don't know what the vote is for.
Yeah, exactly. We can't even.
In lieu of the prospect of me having to pursue lawsuits against each of you for not indemnifying.
Okay, then what does that mean,
Well,
Joe?
you know what?
What that means is I have no choice but to come back to the committee.
And how much
Who
money are we
passed
talking
$10,000 more or less.
about? And you want us to share that?
All in favor of indemnification, say aye.
No.
Opposed.
Written ballot.
The motion passes. We have now indemnified us in the lawsuit.
Any of us can call for a roll call, John. That's not your decision.
Yeah.
The cap-
Secret ballot.
The chairman has made the decision on that.
Chair doesn't decide.
Okay, well, then do something. Nope,
Aren't you glad?
no, it did pass.
Nobody even voted.
No, there's secret ballot. That's not the chair's decision.
You-
Not the chair's decision.
The chair, do you want to call for the secret ballot? Let's do it now.
Explain it. Could you explain it again what we're voting on? Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
John,
Yeah.
is it fair to refer to it as retroactive indemnification? Is that a thing?
Identify who?
John.
Just
John.
Just John.
Behave yourselves on the, okay, please. Rudy, Rudy,
Yes. Yes. Go back to Democratic Party.
I thought the motion was to indemnify the committee.
Thank you for the clarification.
Yes, what I thought.
No, that's not the
Yes.
motion.
That's what
I
his
second.
motion was.
someone said, oh, I'm threatening you. You would leave me no recourse. It would be suicide to force me to sue everybody on this committee. Why would the committee not indemnify you? I should be the one walking off the stage.
The bylaws, it says right here, on written request to the secretary by any person seeking indemnification under this article, SFGOP shall promptly determine whether this the person seeking indemnification meets the criteria. We have all this confusion.
Okay,
And people are reacting emotionally.
no, because
Be here in this moment if we had done the proper thing originally.
it's a fair thing to ask. John, we should probably go through the process of indemnification to do this right. The fact that no one did, it's the committee's obligation. Okay, just so you know, if I am not indemnified, I am going to have to file all these different lawsuits against the committee.
It just sounds to me like there's a lot of confusion around the procedures that were followed or that were not followed. And it sounds like if we're voting on something now, we're not doing our homework to figure out exactly what happened. And I'm not comfortable voting on something, putting myself in a position of liability when I don't have enough information.
Let me just say this. Let me just be clear about this.
Yeah.
You will be in a position of liability if we don't indemnify now. I'm going to seek recourse against every person on this committee for not indemnifying me. Does that make sense?
It makes sense. I think everybody's still struggling with how this payment was made to the attorney. So can we go back and find the evidence that this committee agreed to that payment?
Was there a contract signed? How much was obligated?
Oh, like
We have- okay.
Election.
Okay, we have a vote that, do we have ballots?
Point of order.
We have ballots?
Bylaws don't allow us to vote. I'm sorry. It's not, I didn't write the bylaws. I don't want to be the stickler here, but it says that the person seeking indemnification must write a letter to the secretary. And in doing so, we give you the opportunity to spell out exactly what you're asking in terms of indemnity. What is the total bill going to be?
The procedure that needs to be followed. Can we table this till next month?
The stage, and if they won't leave the stage, then we're going to call the security down to remove them.
You should remove you. Let's remove you. The chair needs to be removed.
74-11.
Let him speak.